sorry about that. Here's part C. So the product of divisors, so let's look at 35 first. So 35 we said was 1 and 35.
1 and 35 and then 5 and 7.
5 and 7. So what are we going to get with the product of divisors? And since this was your idea, I'll have you take a stab at it.
Well, we can do row by row like we did
Okay.
with the adding last video.
I think I see something.
Well, let your brother. This is your brother's question. So.
Well, you multiply this, you get 35.
Uh-huh.
You multiply that, you get 35. Then you have to multiply them together, and it's 35 squared.
35 squared.
So I see something.
Okay, what do you see?
Every row of divisors is going to multiply to be 35.
Yeah?
So it's 35. It's gonna be, the formula is gonna be n to the power of the number of rows.
Ah, very interesting. So whatever our number is, n to the power of the number of rows. Okay, so you want to do it for 72 like we did last time? Or do you want to pick a different number?
Let's do something with a little less divisors.
Okay.
How about 50?
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, 50. All right, what are the divisors of 50?
Well, 1 and 50,
1 and 50,
2 and 25,
2 and 25,
and then 5 and 10,
5 and 10.
and that would be it.
Okay, interesting. So we have 6 total divisors here. So how many rows do we have?
We have 3 rows, so this is 50 to the third.
Oh,
52.
interesting. All right. So do you think are you confident in your formula?
Yeah.
You think it works for everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be.
But I don't think it works for special numbers. Squares.
Oh my gosh. How did you figure that out?
Squares have a number of rows, and then they have 1/2 row.
Right, they have a half row, so good
I think for
job.
squares it will be the number of rows minus 1 plus the square root of n.
Yeah, well, all right, let's see. We'll pick a square.
36.
36, okay. So 36, we get
1 and 36.
1 and 36,
2 and 18.
2 and 18,
3 and 12,
3 and
3 and
12.
12,
4 and 9.
4 and 9,
6,
And 6.
6 and 6.
but
And
this
then-
one really doesn't count.
Okay, so we can't count the 6 twice, right? So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows.
5 rows.
We just have to remember we don't count that 6 twice. So you said 36 to the number of rows minus 1 to the 4th, and then you said plus the square root of n,
Which
which
is
is
6.
So is it 36, is the product of all of these
Yeah.
together less this?
Because
36 to the 4th plus 6?
Because we had the extra 6, yeah.
Well, I think it's 36 to the 4th times 6.
Times 6. Right,
Yeah.
because we're multiplying, we're not adding. Hey, high five, guys. That is pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing we need to know now is how do we figure out how many rows there are? But that goes by just lucky coincidence, actually, to the question I said. How do you figure out how many divisors there are? All right?
Yeah.
Ready for that?